Chris.
Hi, how are you? The President and the First Lady visited middle school today. Test scores for this age group are the lowest in decades, despite billions of dollars in investments from the administration. Is the White House's approach failing and not improving these test scores?
If anything, look, there's going to be a lot of more work to do, right? That is understandable. That the work doesn't end. Didn't end when the president was able to open up schools, as I mentioned at the top. Remember, when the president walked in, more than 50% of schools were shut down because of COVID, because the last administration didn't have a plan, didn't have a comprehensive plan to deal with COVID and what it was doing to our economy and what it was doing to our kids. And because the president put schools reopening and businesses reopening and making sure that people got shots in arms, made that a priority, we were able to open up schools. Now, is there more work to do? Absolutely. As we've seen, the pandemic, COVID has had a devastating effect on our kids. And so, look, the president is committed to making sure that education for all of our children, regardless if you're in rural America or urban America, all across the communities, is a priority, and the students and the kids get what they need. And it's not just education, right? We talked about mental health, right? We talked about kids making sure that they're getting healthy lunches, right? That is something that this administration has provided. And so we've seen the data, we've seen the numbers. What it means to us is that more work needs to be done, and we're committed, and this president and this administration is committed to doing that work. Look, we're going to hear, as I mentioned, Secretary Cardona is going to go on a bus tour. He's going to go across the country as school is opening up. He's going to lay out what the Department of Education is doing to continue to improve our schools to make sure that students get the education and get the rightfully the education that they deserve. And so the work continues. I don't have a 10-step laid out for you, but I can say for sure that this president is committed, and you see that through the Secretary of Education, and of course, this is something that's incredibly important to the First Lady as well.